Yes, welcome to the new and improved Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, now without graphics. It is Wednesday, the 21st day of September 2022. I am Dan Kuntz. Last full day of summer. We're about done with it, folks. The autumnal equinox is tomorrow, so one full day of summer remains, and then we make that transition when the sun is exactly above the equator. And then the days get shorter. Well, they've been getting shorter by quite a bit, about 4 minutes a day. We'll have 12 hours and 14 minutes of sun today, or daylight, I should say, but it's going to be fairly sunny. Although, as you can see, it's still a little smoky and still a little hazy. Going to have some wind tomorrow. Forecast details are coming up. News. Yep, we got news. Mariners laid a big fat egg last night. I mean, just a big egg, just one hit. They got one hit. They scored their only run on a bases-loaded walk, and they lost to one of the worst teams in baseball. Highlights, if you will. In a very exciting match between the West Valley Rams and the Wenatchee Panthers in girls soccer. We had it for you last night. Highlights of that as well. And in the back half of the program, J. Woody Lotz, the executive director of the Numerica Performing Arts Center. We had a chance to pop on down to the PAC stage on Monday and taped a little interview with Woody, and we're going to talk about all the cool events coming to the Numerica PAC that the PAC themselves is producing. They're putting on an eclectic mix of entertainment and education. Good stuff. They got a great lineup, and it begins Friday night with the Purple Experience coming to the Numerica PAC. Great show. Going to look forward to that. So Woody will be joining me in the back half of the program. It is 50 degrees. It's still a little hazy and smoky. Let's see what we got. Let's take our tour around the Wenatchee Valley in north central Washington. That is our other Wenatchee Heights camera. You can see that haze just hanging there. Yeah, most of it's from the Irving Peak and White River fire in the Lake Wenatchee area, but still a little of the Bolt fire above Skycomish is still causing some concern as well. Highway 2 is still closed. It's still closed. They still don't know when they're going to reopen Stevens Pass between basically Skycomish to the Index Bearing area, that about 17, 18-mile stretch of highway. It is still closed. Fire's just too close to the highway. It's not safe, so you're going to have to take I-90 or White Pass if you prefer, or all the way up to the North Cascades Highway. Good morning to the valley. Sun came up this morning at 6:46. Sunset tonight, 7 o'clock sharp. And then starting tomorrow, the sun will be going down before 7 p.m., a sure sign that it is almost autumn. But in the southern hemisphere, it's almost spring. Camera 2. It is a slow dissolve, and I mean slow dissolve, to mountains. And much more blue sky, although I don't know what camera we're using. Captain is not telling me. He's making me guess. So I will. Well, I can't be up the Lake Wenatchee area. The skies are too blue. I don't think it's Black Mountain because the skies are too blue. Can't be Tumwater. Skies are too blue. I'll say Las Vegas. I don't know what it is, Captain. That's the Bear Mountain. Oh, okay. Bear Mountain camera up in Lake Chelan. Good one. Good one. You have me completely fooled on that one. I keep that camera up just a little bit. I want to see if I can find Sasquatch. Oh, we don't have that kind of time. Camera number 3. It is another slow dissolve to more mountains. Oh, he's really laying it on me today. Again, I'm seeing blue sky. I don't see any smoke. I don't see any haze. I'm going to say, since we're up in the Chelan area, maybe Greens Knob. Okay, McNeil Canyon. Farther away from McNeil Canyon. Waterville. That's the Waterville camera? And he's going to zoom out to let me know it is... Oh, that's Hose Landing. Very good, Tucker. Good morning to Aniat, the gateway to recreation and the Aniat River from our Hose Landing camera and camera number 4. I'm kind of liking this game that he's playing here. That's haze, that's smoke, that's Waterville. Gotta be. Not even close. Okay, the Chelan Butte. That's the Quincy camp? That's Monument Hill? We're looking at Quincy, but from Jump Off Ridge. Wow! So the jump-off ridge camera, normally we have it pointed at the valley. He is turned about 160 degrees looking out over Quincy. So down there's the Columbia River and Palisades. Good stuff, Tucker. Man, you really threw me for a loop. He's I'm impressed by the good captain. We are not going to have a lot of wind today. Tomorrow we're going to be dealing with some windy conditions, but other locations in our viewing area are still going to be dealing with some wind. We have another slide to show for you. Another breezy day for the Columbia Basin, the Waterville Plateau, and to the far, far east of us. We're not going to have to deal with a great deal of wind. There is a low-pressure system that's moving out of California, northeast into Oregon, and eventually to here, which is why we're going to have some sunshine this morning, but we'll see some increasing clouds this afternoon. And we're not real concerned about blowing dust in the Waterville Plateau area or out in the Columbia Basin. It really didn't pan out yesterday. We had a little bit of wind yesterday afternoon, but by the time the sun went down, we had no wind at all. But that's going to be different tomorrow. We're in for some wind on Thursday from the National Weather Service. Here's your forecast, and it looks something like this. Sunshine this morning, giving way to some clouds. This afternoon, we'll get up to 78. Our normal high this time of the year is 75. Yesterday, we hit 76, so typical late summer. 50 for the overnight low tonight. Little wind tonight, but not much. The wind event for the valley, the Wenatchee Valley, is really going to be on Thursday. It's going to be the exact opposite of today. We got sunshine in the morning and clouds in the afternoon. Thursday, clouds in the morning, sun in the afternoon, and windy with a high of about 76, and the wind will be out of the west about 6 to 16 miles an hour, but gusts in the 20-mile-an-hour range on Thursday. Not out of the question, and still windy on Thursday night, too. With an overnight low of 51. Friday, the first full day of autumn. Sunshine and 73. High pressure is going to start building up, and we're in for a nice warming trend. Lots of sunshine, very low relative humidity, 77 to 81 to 84. I'm liking that. A very, very nice weekend to begin autumn 2022. We just got to get there. Again, sun this morning, clouds this afternoon. We do it in reverse on Thursday with some wind, and then a nice stretch of weather from Mother Nature gets going on Friday. At your forecast, 7 minutes after the hour. After a 60-second break, we'll have the news for you on this Wednesday. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life Channel.
Some thought it would never happen. The Supreme Court taking away a woman's right to choose, a right to privacy that existed for almost 50 years. It's extreme and dangerous. Now some D.C. politicians want to ban all abortions with no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the mother. As a doctor and mother, I am outraged. As your congresswoman, I won't stand for it. I'm Kim Schreier, and I approve this message because this fight is now.
This could be the view out of your office window.
North Central Washington is probably one of the most beautiful places to live, and you get to experience it all as a transit operator.
Link Transit coach operators enjoy full family benefits, paid CDL training, a state-of-the-art fleet, and the satisfaction of being part of a progressive, community-minded team.
We have a lot of fun with each other. I mean, it's a good group of people. We're all kind of like a family.
If you like this view, Link has a seat for you. The next operator training starts soon. Apply today at linktransit.com.
It's 9 minutes after the hour. We have some haze. It is 50 degrees. We'll have sunshine this morning, clouds this afternoon. We'll get up to the upper 70s. We do it in reverse on Thursday with clouds in the morning and sun in the afternoon, a little windy, and then really nice starting Friday and a long stretch of sunny, warm, and dry weather to welcome autumn. And we'll begin with this story. The Chelan Douglas Health Board member who last month tried to bar the health board from issuing COVID-19 vaccinations to kids, well, on Monday he sought to overhaul the consent forms that are used to administer those shots. Bill Sullivan is his name. He has voiced distrust of the vaccines, and he's criticized vaccination efforts by the Chelan Douglas Health District even before he joined the board in March. On Monday, Sullivan asked the board to create an ad hoc committee to review the information and forms that parents sign before their kids get the shots. Well, health district directors said the consent policy is based on sound health policy, and other board members told Sullivan he's wasting the group's time rehashing issues that have already been settled. The meeting went on for 3 hours. Sullivan's motion failed, by the way, by a vote of 921. Representative Dan Newhouse announced yesterday that the Chelan-Douglas Regional Port Authority has received a $10 million grant from the Federal Aviation Administration for necessary safety improvements at Pangborn Memorial Airport in East Wenatchee. $10,090,532 is going to go to reconstruct airfield guidance signs, also going to reconstruct the taxiway and reconstruct the taxiway lighting. Newhouse says the grant will also create good-paying jobs and will help facilitate the movement of goods in and out of the valley. A Chelan County Sheriff's Deputy received a life-saving award last week at the Washington Law Enforcement Marine Patrol Conference. It was held in the Tri-Cities. Back on May 28th, you might remember this story, Deputy Aaron Seabright responded to a report of two kayakers who had flipped into the Wenatchee River near Plain. Now, one of the women made it safely to shore, but Seabright had to throw a rescue bag to the other woman and then hold on to the rope as the swift current threatened to sweep her away. Seabright held the rope with one hand and a large rock with the other until Sergeant Jason Reinfeld arrived to help him pull the woman safely to shore. Also honored at the conference, Chelan Deputy Nigel Hunter, who received the Recreational Boating Safety Education Merit Award for partnering with Chelan and Manson High Schools to teach a class required for students to get their boater's license. The Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center's big fundraiser is coming up on Saturday night. It's from 6 to 9. Tickets are $75 for members, $100 for non-members. I had a chance to visit with Ashley Sinner, who is the Outreach and Public Relations Coordinator for the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center, to talk about Saturday night.
Last year, yes, we did have to scale back and mostly have it outside for social distancing and making sure that we were safe. But it was a really lovely time outside in our parking lot. It has never looked better. So we are going to keep that element this year and have some of it be outside in the parking lot again, just because it was so much fun. But we are going to open it up to inside the museum as well. So we're going to have 3 separate spaces, just like in the past, where basically it's 3 venues at one location, and you will come into this performance hall area. We'll have the typical wine bar. We have over 21 beverage vendors, so between the wineries, breweries, cider houses, and some mixed drink vendors, we have over 21 different beverage vendors coming.
That's a lot of beverages.
We have 3 caterers, the Hilton Garden Inn, Richard Kitos, and Desserts by Sophie Crane, and they will have food in each of the 3 locations. And then we have 3 bands. So we have the Wellstrong, the Chum Lilies, and the Jazz Jam Quintet, which is hard to say. And so in here, I'm not sure in this space yet, it's not mapped out who will be playing in here, but we'll have wineries. This is kind of the wine bar vibe, so it's probably the jazz group's going to be out here, and people can explore the exhibit, taste wine. In the parking lot, we're going to have another one of the groups play on the outside stage, and white tents with lights on them, and then more drinks out there and food. And then in the apple industry, that is going to be probably the Chum Lilies out there with all the ciders and the breweries.
And all that wildfire smoke that floated all over the Wenatchee Valley in north central Washington, as you might imagine, had public health officials a little concerned. Dr. James Wallace is the chief health officer for Chelan and Douglas counties, and he said on Monday the health district will continue to advise whether outdoor events like athletics should continue when air quality gets bad.
Today's a little bit better. The weekend might have been a little bit nicer than the previous week, but over the past 2 weeks, we've only had 6 days with good air quality. 3 days with moderate, but then 5 days with air quality that's been unhealthy, or at least unhealthy for sensitive groups. We've been working hard to put out information to the general public and make sure everyone's aware when those numbers get high. We use the most accurate sensors, the Department of Ecology, coordinate regionally as well as at a state level. The systems for that coordination have really improved this year. So we're able to get a lot more up-to-date and accurate information out for folks. So in addition to those alerts, advisories, when things do get up to an unhealthy level. We've been fielding calls and participating in decision-making with a lot of our partners, and then clarifying a lot of changes in or perceived changes in guidance, or clarifying information that folks are seeing from various sources. Ultimately, we're recommending that the air is unhealthy for sensitive groups, and we recommend discontinuing outdoor activities that are strenuous. That concentration gets to 35.5 micrograms per meter cubed. And that's a recommendation we make to schools and childcare, but we'll carry on to any other sensitive groups, such as children, or folks with risk of the worst complications with the smoke exposure, to discontinue outdoor activities during those times. We're also in the process of developing a comprehensive regional wildfire smoke preparedness plan. Kent Sissons has done a really good job at bringing a emergency preparedness and response approach to that, building a lot of really strong systems for interagency collaboration in that. And then we will be working with other health officers in the region, other departments in the region, to make sure that is something that we can put out and establish some consistency with. So we all are responding in similar ways, because smoke is very similar and crosses our jurisdictions very quickly and easily.
By the way, I'm looking right now at the AQC monitors, and we're all good across the board here in north central Washington. The Puget Sound area, though, they're dealing with some pretty dirty air, most of that from the Bolt Creek fire. And again, because of the Bolt Creek fire, Highway 2, Stevens Pass, in that general area is still closed and has been now for 11 days. That's what's making headlines at 17 minutes after the hour. We'll have a newscast for you. Of course, we always do. Holidays accepted, of course. At 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock, also available for you to peruse on our Facebook page and on our website. And with a preview, the anchor, Grant Olson.
Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, a nice day on tap for our Wednesday weather with breezy conditions tomorrow and then beautiful weather this weekend. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. And in sports, Eric Granstrom will have prep soccer, volleyball, and cross-country results from last night, as well as a look at the Mariners-A's series. That and all the day's news stories coming your way tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope you'll join us then. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. And if you have a news tip or you just want to drop us a note and say hello, you can do so. If you have access to the internet and a computer, I guess you don't even really need a computer. You can get a hold of us. You can email us, news@ncwlife.com. You can go to our Facebook page and drop us a note on the Messenger app, or go to our homepage, ncwlife.com. There's a Connect with Us icon or something like that. I can't remember. I don't have to use it because I can just talk to my coworkers. They sit next to me. After a break, sports. Mariners, one hit. And they were probably lucky to get that. Needless to say, when you get just one hit, you're not going to win baseball games, and that was the case last night. Sports is 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
We were in Roseburg in the early 80s. Our oldest son, Dan, was a defensive back, a starter on that team. They in fact, became Oregon State champions, setting the first undefeated 14-0 season in Oregon's history. And our kids still talk about that. I go back now, too, and I think about all those great days and great times. The neat thing is that we can go back in today and still enjoy the same quality food that we enjoyed 50 years ago. That's legendary.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35-plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Minutes after the hour, the Oakland A's are probably the worst team in the American League. But it's baseball, and, well, the worst team in the American League beat the Mariners. We got one hit, one lousy, stinking hit. Oakland 4, Seattle 1 was the final last night. Carlos Santana provided the only hit. That was in the second inning. The second inning, we also got a 1-0 lead on a bases-loaded walk. And then the fifth inning came, and that was pretty much it for the Mariners.
3-2 to Haggerty. Runners go. Ball 4, 1-0 Mariners. RBI Sam Haggerty is 19th.
It's been the A's that have been that blemish. Right field, toward the corner. Haniger's back, and that baby is gone. What a turn of events here at the Coliseum.
Yes, sir. Great at bat from Nick Allen leads to this. Tony Kemp getting big on the fireballer, flipping a changeup up there. Absolutely crushed the mistake.
3-2 once again to Murphy, and Sean hits a drive down the left field line, a base hit that's going to go to the wall. Around third to score his machine. Murphy goes to second with a double, and the A's have unloaded on Castillo in the fifth inning. Back-to-back doubles by Machine and Murphy, following the home run by Kemp. Murphy has his 66th RBI, and the Athletics have a 4-1 lead.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that's the ball game. So a nice, quick ninth inning for Domingo Acevedo. He gets his third save, and J.P. Sears gets the win. It's his sixth of the year.
Two teams will go at it again tonight in Oakland. By the way, good seats still available in case you want to fly down to the Bay Area. Robbie Ray will try and help the Mariners. They're 1-4 in this current road trip. 6:40 first pitch tonight on Root Sports Northwest. All right, thankfully, most of the other teams in the race lost. We like that. Houston, 3 hits, Tampa Bay, and a 5-0 Astros win. Jeremy Pena had a 3-run home run for Houston in the victory. The Angels had 13 hits, including Matt Duffy's 2-run home run. L.A. beats Texas 5-2. It was batting practice in the city of brotherly love. Toronto had 18 runs, 21 hits, 7 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs. Blue Jays beat the Phillies 18-11. Toronto's lead in the wild card chase is now 2.5. The Rays lead the Mariners by a half game. The Mariners remain 5 games out in front of the Orioles. The Baltimore Orioles lost to Detroit 3-2. A.K. Badu and Kerry Carpenter each homered for the Tigers. M.J. Melendez and Hunter Dozier each homered for Kansas City. The Royals defeated Minnesota 5-4. Cleveland exploded for 5 runs in the top of the 11th to beat Chicago 10-7. So with 15 games remaining on the schedule for the Mariners, their magic number to clinch their first playoff berth in 21 years is 10. We'll see. We broadcast a very good girls soccer match last night here on the NCAA Live Channel. Wenatchee hosting West Valley. The Panthers' Piper Davidson gave Wenatchee a 1-0 lead at the half. It looked like it would hold up until West Valley scored in the last seconds of the match, sent it into overtime, and then the Rams came up with a winning tally. Eric Granstrom and Matt Wisen had the call right here on the NCAA Live Channel.
Ball far side over there for the Panthers. And a turn and a shot and a goal for Wenatchee. Piper Davidson on the far side. She's been working the near side for the most part, but this time over on the left, and she'll nicely turn that ball around and arc it in with a right foot high above the goalie's reach, and Wenatchee's on top 1-0. Stepping in front is Kuntz. Nice defense there. Far side, here's an attack and a shot, and it hits the arms of Jarecki right near the upright on the left side. By the way, join us on the postgame show. Doucette now going to try to find a way to get it into the net. Sealed approach, crosses, the goal is good. The goal was scored by Tiffany Stratton. Rams booted ahead. What Wenatchee can't do now is the time winds down, and that's the end of regulation with our game tied at 1. And we had a Panther go crashing down to the ground at midfield. No whistle. Centering pass. Doucette. Score. Goal. Game. West Valley. Oh, my. How quickly the tables could turn. And they literally turned on the edge there as West Valley comes through with the golden goal in overtime to win it 2-1.
Very exciting match. Other scores from our friends at Les Schwab. Eastmont got goals from Jessica Ramirez, Liliana Johnson, and Kali Matrichit to hold off Eisenhower 3-2. Moses Lake clobbered Sunnyside 8-0. In CWAC play, Ephrata shut out Othello 2-0. Kashmir won its non-leaguer over Ellensburg 5-1. Okanagan over Chelan 3-1. Despite a penalty kick by Maya Cowan to tie the game shortly before half, Cascade crushed Zilla 9-0. Bridgeport got by Manson. West Valley took over first place in the Big Nine in prep volleyball last night by defending its home court over Wenatchee, 3-0. Final scores were 25-19, 25-23, 25-18. Eastmont got its first win of the year. They blanked Eisenhower in 3 games, 25-14, and then 22, and then 20. Moses Lake had a marathon with Sunnyside last night, but eventually falling 3-2. Another volleyball action on the Les Schwab scoreboard. Ephrata edged Kashmir. Odessa won a close one over Waterville Mansfield. Cascade Christian beat Riverside Christian. Mansion shut out Liberty Bell. Brewster got by Bridgeport in 3 games. And he shut down Pateras 3-0. And just a reminder, we got Big Nine football right here on Friday on the NCW Life Channel. A Rock'em Sock'em football war between the Gridiron Giants, the Wenatchee Panthers, the Eisenhower Cadets. Leave off the field of the Apple Bowl. Grant and Eric with the call. Pre-game 6:30 kickoff right around 7 o'clock. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. On this Wednesday, the 21st day of September, it's National Chai Day today. Not necessarily chai tea, but I don't know if that's how I consume chai. I don't sit there and eat it like peanuts. Chai, of course, is Indian. Comes from the subcontinent about 5,000 years ago, right around there. For traditional chai tea, you steep it in black tea leaves, and then you add whole milk for the correct flavor. But you can do almost anything. A lot of people use coconut milk or soy milk or almond milk or whatever. I knew nothing about chai tea until about 5 years ago when me and my producing partner were out doing a shoot of some kind, filming some stuff for this award-winning program. And we had a break. We had like an hour to kill, and I wanted caffeine and she wanted caffeine, so we went to this place and she ordered chai tea, and I said, why not? I'll have chai tea. Never had it before. Now I'm hooked. I really like chai tea. It's good. It's creamy and sweet. It's just like me. Happy National Chai Tea Day today. It's really, really good that the viewers of this program cannot hear what is going on in my earpiece. Our FCC license will be gone like that, baby. Let's move on to today in history. On this 21st day of September, 80 years ago today, one of the most important airplanes in the war, the B-29, the Boeing B-29, the Super Fortress, made its maiden flight. I got footage of the last 2 B-29s that are still flyable. There are only 29 left, 27 of them. Do we have that footage, Captain? 27 of the 29 are just sitting in museums or stuff like that. These are the only 2 that are still out there and still flying. They are privately owned. One is called Fifi and the other is called Doc. They made 3,970 B-29s, the Super Fortress. That's a lot. There's 29 left and only 2 can still fly, and those are the 2 of them. It was supposed to, of course, drop bombs from really high up in the air, high altitude bombing. Of course, the B-29 is the only airplane to ever drop an atomic weapon during wartime. And it turns out they were also pretty good at low-level bombing. It wasn't the plan when they built it. You were supposed to fly at 10, 12,000 feet and drop bombs, but it turns out they could drop bombs at 1,000 feet and be pretty accurate. The B-29, a biggin, made its maiden flight 80 years ago today. September 21st, 1981, 41 years ago today, Sandra Day O'Connor is green-lighted by the United States Senate. The vote was 99-0, and Sandra Day O'Connor was confirmed as the first female justice of the United States Supreme Court, replacing the retired Potter Stewart. And since then, we've had 5 more female justices on the Supreme Court of the United States. Sandra Day O'Connor made history on this date 41 years ago today. September 21st, 2008, 14 years ago today, the last event ever held at the most famous stadium in America, Yankee Stadium. The last event ever held, not surprisingly, a baseball game. The Yankees beat Baltimore 7-3. The Yankees played at Yankee Stadium for 85 years. They went 4,133 victories, 2,430 losses, 161 postseason games, a remarkable number. 100 World Series games were held at Yankee Stadium, and almost every significant outdoor event, from boxing to football to you name it, was held at Yankee Stadium between the time it opened in 1923 to the time it closed in 2008. And throw up my ticket. There it is. You might want to throw that up full screen. I don't know. That is the ticket from my very first game ever at Yankee Stadium, Wednesday, June 8th, 1983. My first trip ever to Yankee Stadium. There would be many, many others. Yankees beat Cleveland 6-5. Dave Winfield hit a home run. Greg Nettles hit a home run. Steve Kemp hit a home run. Goose Gossage got the save, and I was there. My very first game ever at Yankee Stadium. The new Yankee Stadium opened in 2009. I haven't been to it. I went to a lot of games at the old Yankee Stadium and have not been to the new one, though. I'll get there. 31 minutes after the hour, birthdays, Stephen King. The king of horror, that's what they call him, of course, although he's done other things. He just seems to be associated with horror novels. Carrie, The Shining, Salem's Lot, The Stand. Stephen King, who can live anywhere he wants, but he still lives in Maine. Good for him. He is 75 years old today, and a couple of big-time celebrities are 72. They share the same birthday. Bill Murray, he's got some Academy Award nominations. Saturday Night Live, of course, Caddyshack, Stripes. I watched Stripes over the weekend. Forgot how funny that was. Tootsie, Ghostbusters, Scrooge, Groundhog Day, Lost in Translation. Bill Murray is 72, and also born on the exact same day, our good buddy Stephen Mitchell Hare. Happy birthday, Steve Hare, who is the exact same age as Bill Murray. And if you remember how old Bill Murray is, now you know how old Steve Hare is. Hi, Steve. Happy retirement, my good friend. And say hi to Lynette for me. It's 32 minutes after the hour. Got a break. A brand new opinion from Mike Mad Dog McNaughty. Did I remember to load that? Good. You've never seen it before. We've never aired it before. A new opinion from Mike Mad Dog McNaughty. And then my conversation with J. Woody Lotz, the executive director of the Numerica Performing Arts Center. They got a great lineup of entertainment coming our way. Woody will tell you all about it when we come back. You're watching Wake Up at Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Get a little oompa back in your life by visiting the 24th Annual Leavenworth Oktoberfest at the Town Toyota Center in Wenatchee. Your thirst will be satisfied with a variety of authentic German beer, and your hunger will be filled with German brats right off the grill. The sounds of oompa will be delivered up in 2 venues with live, nonstop entertainment. Don't miss out. For more information or to purchase tickets, log on to leavenworthoktoberfest.com.
Are you caught in a conflict with a family member, in the workplace, or with a neighbor or business? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on topics like conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us at 509-888-0957 or www.wvdrc.org to learn more.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Crystal's Restaurant and Lounge in Leavenworth has a warm environment to enhance your dining experience. serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Crystal's Intimate Lounge is a wonderful place to relax and dine with beautiful views of the mountains. Do you have a special occasion coming up? Call Crystal's to reserve their event space. Whether your event is grand, intimate, or casual, Crystal's provides unforgettable food and superb service. Crystal's Restaurant and Lounge, proud to be serving fabulous food and drinks. Mondays are happy hour all day long at Bob's Burgers and Brew in East Wenatchee. Great deals on appetizers, martinis, specialty drinks, wine, well drinks, and draft beers. Bob's Burgers and Brew in East Wenatchee. Come on in. They look forward to serving you.
The NCW Life Channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCW Life Channel today.
This is Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, Western Christianity is focused on personal sin, considering the things that I have done wrong, saying that you're sorry to Jesus, and asking to be forgiven. Well, what about the sin of social injustice? Many of the lessons in the Bible aren't focusing on whether or not you stole a candy bar, told a lie, or said a bad word, but instead, a lot of messages, particularly in the Old Testament minor prophets and the major prophets too, they address things of social injustice. The Old Testament prophets were big on chastising God's people for focusing on themselves and ignoring the poor, the hungry, and society's outcasts. Maybe the church in America should start being more concerned about racial prejudice, economic inequality, and things like whether or not we are a society that cares for the dispossessed, instead of wondering if Jesus is someone's personal Lord and Savior. This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and that's my opinion.
As the sun sets on another hot summer, let the experts at Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa winterize and close your pool. Closing your swimming pool is the most important service to get right. Letting the professionals from Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa close your pool will ensure that you won't cost yourself thousands of dollars in damage next year. Want to save a little money? Consider dropping the water level yourself and save. Don't wait. Blue Lagoon's pool closing schedule is filling up quickly. Call today.
You've got a lot to do today. While you're out and about, remember to dispose of your unused medications safely and anonymously. It's a simple act that makes your home a safer place. Next time you're at the pharmacy, just place them in the drop box. To find a location, visit medproject.org.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
As the sun sets in Chelan County, the lights come on. Birds, bugs, and us. We all need the night sky. Give our pollinators a little love. Add outdoor lighting controls to your local business. Chelan PUD can pay up to 100% of your new lights and lighting controls that save energy, save money, and help protect our night sky. With way bigger incentives from Chelan County PUD, now through December 31st.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We're on the stage of the Numerica Performing Arts Center. Whenever Alex Haley shoots me a note, says, hey, you want to come down and talk to Woody? I said, I really don't. But I like Alex and I like Woody. And I said, what the heck? Besides, they got an unbelievable lineup of entertainment coming up for the rest of this month, all the way into October. Jay Woody Lotz, Executive Director. Good to see you, my friend.
Always good to be here, man. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Always good to see you. A huge fan of the Numerica Pack. And that reminds me, before we go anywhere, less than half of their budget is ticket sales. Yeah, ticket sales is important, but that's less than half of your budget. The other half is Festival of Trees, donations, people who subscribe. Yep. That's a critical part of the success of this theater.
I mean, anytime you're a nonprofit arts organization, you really look at that. And, yes, ticket sales are always important. Get tickets, come see a show. That's why we're here. We're a cultural hub. But we're also a community connector, and we have donors who have been with us for 22 years since we've been open, that have always supported us. We have members, who get memberships and subscribe and get ticket packages and flex packages and all of that. And we have these wonderful sponsors who help bring these acts here, time and time again. And it's really exciting to have. And then we have our annual, dinner and auction, Festival of Trees, and we're going to have public viewings, and we're going to have all different types of trees in the building. And Festival of Trees is actually going to take place all here in the Numerica Pack this year.
Great idea. And it's so reasonable. I mean, you can do a one-time thing and easy monthly payments or whatever. Yeah. And perhaps the best, the cherry on the ice cream, if you will, is you get first crack at seats before the general public does. And Absolutely. That may be the best caveat of all.
That is probably 100% the best thing about becoming a member here is that you get these seats to these amazing acts, these big-time acts that we're going to talk about here. But, our season is bigger and it's better and it's more diverse, and we're just really kind of going for broke on this one because we feel like we've got a little bit of everything for everyone this year.
I Googled Marshall Charloff and the Purple Experience. That's Purple Experience with an X, by the way. And I brought up the YouTube video and I closed my eyes and I swear I was listening to Prince.
He's unbelievable. It is unreal how on point they are with Prince and the Revolution. It's crazy and just this. To open a season this way with just this big time fun act and music and you want that to happen, time and time again. We always go back to our mission of inspiring, educating, empowering our community. And I don't think there's any better way to kind of inspire, empower, and educate your community on the music of Prince other than this.
And Prince, of course, is one of my all-time favorite artists. And this guy, Marshall Charloff, just like Prince himself, multi-instrumentalist. He plays throughout the course of the show. He's moving from guitar to keyboards to everything you can think of.
He plays anything under the sun, and it just is an amazing entertainer. You'll come for, 90 minutes, 2 hours, and just be thoroughly entertained by what they're going to do.
That is coming up this Friday, as a matter of fact.
This Friday, this is going down, and the 23rd. And we also want to let people know, we have a season kickoff party at Watermill Winery on Friday at 6 p.m. And that's not just for people who have tickets to the show, but that's anybody who's a donor or a member, a sponsor, a supporter of the Numerica Performing Arts Center. Come down, RSVP with Marissa at numericapack.org, and or call us and get more information about that.
What he mentioned is an unbelievable variety. It's an eclectic group because Marshall Charloff and the Purple Experience take to the stage, and then you go almost 180 degrees with this tremendous photographer and world traveler from National Geographic who's coming in with his audio video presentation on the 4th.
Yeah, so Steve Winter on the trail of big cats. Our program manager, Alex Haley, who we've mentioned, he'd been hearing, and we started to hear, we'd love to see a speaker series come, a great way speaker series. And Alex just kept bringing up this idea of National Geographic Live. It's like, a brand like that and a photographer like Steve Winter and the things that he's seen around the world, to be able to come to Wenatchee here at the Numerica Pack and really share that is incredibly exciting. And so that's what we talk about in terms of the diversity of our programming. You go from a show like Marshall Charloff and the Purple Experience to 2-3 weeks later, you have Steve Winter on the Trail of Big Cats doing a speaker series. It's very exciting.
And it's not some boring college lecture about tigers. This is
This is stunning stuff.
No, this is in it. This is his experiences throughout the world with these, these beautiful animals and what can happen and how they interact and his interactions with them and really photographing them and those experiences. It's one of those things that, again, we go back to the mission. I keep always going back to the mission of inspire, educate, empower our community. Just the education that comes from that and the empowerment and inspiring kind of movement of photography and artists, discussing their art on a very high professional level.
Speaking of high professional levels, you got a brand new video system that was brought in, donated.
We got a brand new projector.
That's nice.
It is unbelievable, and we're so thankful to Terry Sloan, who is also a board member and donated this amazing piece of equipment to us. Terry had sat Mike Locke and I down, and she said, I want to make sure that the pack is solvent and that you're moving forward and it's a positive direction, because this is going to be the single biggest gift that I give in my life, and we can't. We can never thank Terry enough for that, because we wouldn't be able to bring a Steve Winter here. We wouldn't be able to show our monthly movies, in such high quality without that projector. And all of our rental clients use a projector and video, as the world and the theater world, evolves. That's a huge piece of that. So it's a great piece of equipment to have in here.
Yeah, the theater, this isn't your mom's and dad's musicals anymore. There's all kinds of audio, video things that go into almost any production now, and having the kind of professional equipment that you now have makes it easier to book acts like that. Say, we want to come, but this is what we need, and you can say, we got it.
Exactly. when you really think about the Numerica Pack, we are a facility first and foremost, and we work to and we strive to be a top-notch, world-renowned facility, so that not only for these national acts, but also for our local groups as well, because we want them to have the highest quality experience and be able to put on the best show that they can, while also being able to, when Alex says, hey, we'd love to book, Steve Winter, well, we need a projector and we need it to be able to do this, and you need to be able to do this. It's a lot easier when, Mike Locke can say, yeah, we can do that, no problem.
When the Cirque comes to town on the 12th, how are you going to get the windmill in here? I mean, that thing's huge.
That's why you have a Mike Locke, because he's able to figure that out, no problem. It'll come, and it's going to be really exciting. This is, Cirque Mechanics, the Zephyr Show, is going to be unbelievable, and that's one that we really feel like we would encourage families to come to. That's one that we want, we have, three different price points for everybody. There's always a student price, and we want families to come down and check out a really fun family show. And the best part about our venue, Dan, that people always forget, is how intimate it is. It's always this thing, we always hear that, oh, it's small, or, Wenatchee's small. And Alex had a pretty great, marketing thing to this. And we thought about it. It's like, no, we're a very connected community. We really are a connected community, and we are an intimate setting. That's a huge benefit. To only be able to sit 553 in here and see a show like Cirque Zephyr on our stage, that's the kind of stuff that we want our young people to see. That's the stuff that, we want grandparents to be able to bring grandchildren to, that they can have an experience together, because that's what's really important.
And even though it's an intimate theater from a audience standpoint, you got a super deep stage. You got all the stuff that performers of any kind of genre really need to have.
Yeah, we've got the rigging. We're able to fly. We're able to toss people in the air. We're able to have amazing sound and lights and all of that stuff. And so it really creates this unbelievable experience.
So the Cirque Mechanics is on October 12th. I can't really explain it. You just have to look at it. Basically, it's man's relationship to wind, I guess might be the best way to put it. That's why the windmill will be in here. Music, the Black Box concert on the 15th.
The 15th, Argonaut and Wasp. A great band, and that's one of those that's that's a different type of experience that we provide. So the Black Box, concerts and the Black Box comedy series, that's where you're going to come on our stage, and we set it up. And I had someone comment when they were here for Smoky Brights in April, and they hadn't been to a Black Box concert before, and they said, I've been to hundreds of venues that try and get it to look like this, and this just exists in Wenatchee. You come on our stage and you're able to dance and listen to music, a stage within a stage, and you've got, the lights up, and you get to see our rigging and our ropes and just this really cool experience, and our bars on stage and all of that. That you don't get that anywhere else around here. That we really provide a unique experience that way, and the band is always killer.
And you wrap up October with an incredibly talented pianist and organist by the name of Matthew Whitaker. He's just a kid. He's like 21 years old, but this guy can play.
He's 21 years old. He was Matthew was born blind and taught himself how to play the piano, and then was inducted into the Harlem School of Music at 14 years old. And he's played at the Apollo. He's, and that's not an easy venue to play at, and it's just incredibly successful. And if you like jazz and you love that kind of music, Matthew Whitaker is the person for you. And it is going to be, I think he's got a 13, 14-piece band that comes with him. So it's going to be a pretty epic night.
And that is on October 27th. And then comes Festival of Trees and all that other stuff. We'll visit with Jay Woody again about that. So just to recap, the Purple Experience this Friday on the 4th of October, it's Steve Winter and the National Geographic folks coming in. Circuit Mechanics on the 12th of October. A couple of days later, they turn right around and bring in Argonaut and Wasp on the Black Box concert. And then Matthew Whitaker wraps up October on the 27th with his 14-piece jazz band coming in. I had Linda Haglund on the show last week, and she talked about the importance of having a good, thriving theater right in the heart of downtown, because it benefits everybody. People make a night of it. They're going to go out and have a nice meal at a nice restaurant. They're going to walk around downtown. They're going to come to a show right here. It's really one of the most important facilities around, and it's anchored right downtown. We're not in the middle of nowhere. You're right here.
No, that's what we believe, that the Numerica PAC is a cultural hub. It's a community connector, but it is also an economic driver for this community. We strive to bring world-renowned talent to our valley, because that is important to us. That is something that, people have heard me say this during my curtain speeches. We're tired of you having to drive to Seattle or Spokane to see these acts. We want to bring them here for you, for your family, for your friends, date nights, girls' nights, guys' night out. We want to give you a little bit of everything so that you can come out, eat at a local restaurant, shop at a local shop, come down and see a show, because it is incredibly important, I'll throw out a little bit of history. Lyndon B. Johnson talked about it in The Great Society. You need arts and culture to make a great society thrive.
And he was right.
He was.
He screwed up Vietnam, but he was right about that.
He was right about that.
So good stuff, civil rights and arts, bad stuff, Vietnam. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think LBJ is watching the show anyway. Jay Woody Lotz, Executive Director of the Numerica Performing Arts Center. Everything we talked about on their website. You can buy tickets in advance. Everything you need to know. You can see some of the videos that I was talking about. There's links to all kinds of stuff if you're curious about it. And best thing of all, become a member. It's super cheap, and you get first crack at everything.
Yeah. We always encourage people, become a member, donate. See if there's something you want to see, let us know. That's what we're here for. We're here to let our community thrive.
We'll come maybe the last week in October and talk about Festival of Trees and the holidays.
I think that'd be a great idea.
You got a full house coming up then, too.
We have a very full house coming up then, too.
Jay Woody Lotz, Executive Director of the Numerica Performing Arts Center. You are watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We will be right back.
I'm here at Boswell's Home Furnishings to announce one of their newest lines of furniture, Builtwell, an amazing local furniture maker in Oregon.
Hi, can I help you?
I was just telling my friends.
About Builtwell? They have exquisite craftsmanship, superior construction. I love their designs. Builtwell is a great addition to the wide selection of quality furniture you'll find here at Boswell's.
Boswell's Furniture on Easy Street. It's closer than you think.
It's Manson Hydrofest September 24th and 25th on Lake Chelan. American Powerboat Association racing teams will be competing to take home the title. 11 classes of inboard hydroplanes, flat bottoms, vintage hydroplanes, tunnel boats, and junior outboard hydroplanes will be out to tear up the water. Admission is free. Presented by Seattle Inboard Racing Association, Bob File Boats and Motors, Wine Girl Wines, and New Horizons Real Estate. And presented by the Manson Chamber of Commerce.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills. A chill is in the air and it's a perfect time for some old-fashioned comfort food like our amazing Eggs Benedict, chicken fried steak, French dips, soups made from scratch, or fruit pies fresh from the oven. The crowds might be gone, but we're still here for you folks. So bring an appetite and a friend to Blueberry Hills in Manson, where you pick, you sit, you eat, and you visit. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 to 3. wildaboutberries.com.
Businesses and individuals have trusted the experienced professionals of financial alternatives for their retirement and investment needs for 40 years. They offer a broad range of investments, annuities, and insurance solutions for people and businesses throughout Washington. Financial Alternatives will assist you in making informed decisions for your future. Call Financial Alternatives today and meet with their advisors.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a four-letter word.
I think I'll sell my veggies at the market.
Do you even remember to water the house plants? I do this?
You can do this.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
I think I'll study programming.
Bro, you even connect your phone to Bluetooth.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
All right, time to wrap up this Wednesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. I'm just now looking at the DOT's website regarding Stevens Pass. Of course, it is still closed. They shut it down mid-morning on Saturday, September 10th, because of the Bulk Creek fire. It is still closed, and that has put a lot of pressure on I-90. First of all, of course, people who normally would take Stevens Pass can't get all the way through, and so they have to go down to I-90 to get over the river and through the woods. And on top of that, with the additional traffic that's being funneled on I-90, there are numerous construction projects going on I-90, all the way from Seattle all the way to Vantage. Various projects, about 20 of them, that's slowing traffic down. So if you're planning on traveling to the Puget Sound area, first of all, your options are limited. It's I-90, the North Cascades Highway, which is a real big detour, or White Pass, which is a really, really big detour. So if you're going to take I-90, you got to plan on some extra time, because you're going to be dealing with considerably more traffic than it normally has this time of the year, and construction projects. It's the perfect storm. No word yet on when Stevens Pass will be reopened between milepost 31 and milepost 49 west of Stevens Pass. When it happens, we will let you know. This is the last full day of summer. The autumnal equinox is tomorrow night at 8:04, and we're in for a little bit of wind. Not today, but tomorrow. For the Wenatchee Valley, those gradients are going to tighten up a little bit. There's a low pressure system off the coast of California. It's sliding up through Oregon. Will eventually come our way later on this afternoon. So we're looking at some windy conditions in some locations. We do have that slide, I believe. The Waterville Plateau, always susceptible to stronger winds, of course. Out in the Columbia Basin, you could get a little windy as well today. Didn't really have any blowing dust issues. The significant wind event we were expecting yesterday afternoon didn't really pan out, at least for the Wenatchee Valley, but it was windy in some locations. But once again, we're doing it again. Northeast wind about 15 to 20 miles an hour, gust to 30 possible. Again, in the Columbia Basin and in the Waterville Plateau. For the Wenatchee Valley, we're going to be windy tomorrow. Tomorrow is when we're dealing with the wind as we start feeling the impact of that low pressure system moving northeast. And then we're in for a nice stretch of weather. So from the National Weather Service, one more time, lots of sunshine today, but clouds will be increasing as the day progresses. We'll get up to about 78. Our normal high this time of the year is 75. Very little wind today. Widespread haze will reform in the overnight hours again tonight. We'll get down to 50 for the overnight lows. As long as those fires are burning up in the Lake Wenatchee area, there's not a lot we can do about that because there's zero precipitation in the forecast. Thursday, the reverse of today. We'll have clouds in the morning and then sun in the afternoon as this low pressure ridge blows out the cloud cover, and we'll get up to about 76. And again, windy tomorrow. Breezy, I think we'll call it breezy to windy. West wind about 6 to 16 miles an hour. Gusts about 25 or so for the Wenatchee Valley on Thursday. Wind will die down overnight Thursday night. We'll get down to 51 degrees, and then there comes a beautiful stretch of weather. Right back up into the 80s we go. Even though it's the first weekend of autumn, we're going to go from below normal on Friday to slightly above normal on Saturday to well above normal by Monday and Tuesday. And that's it for us. Have a great Wednesday. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.